What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Gen Podcast. This is your host, G. Gilbert Sanchez, for my full name. Not too sure on why y'all need to know that, but figured I'd let y'all know. We're based out of San Antonio, Texas. On this podcast, I like to interview people within sports, within music, within painting, within business. And then also, too, what I started getting into is digging and diving into other podcasters within the city. And that's what you see here. I'll go ahead and introduce these people in a little bit, but man, if you're looking right now, this is on the other side of the podcast studio. It was a tremendous amount of fucking work. I'm not gonna lie. 45 fucking minutes to actually get this shit set up. So I'm gonna go over real quick. We got two mics on this other side. We got one mic here, this other mic that fucking fell earlier. And we got cameras. Hopefully y'all seeing angles right now. So man, hopefully y'all appreciate that shit because I'm fucking sweating over here. We got Jared on this side. Say what's up, bro.
Yo, what up? What's going on?
We got Arthur on this side. Say what's up, bro.
Yo, what's happening?
And then we got Kyle on this side. Say what's up, man.
What's up?
Yeah, so Kyle, I want to start off with you because I'm not too familiar.
I
know
met today.
Yeah, of course. I've met these people before. I met Arthur and Jared before.
I met these fucking guys.
He's like,
over
these
here.
fucking dudes over here. Nah, straight up though. Yeah.
So I met them, and how did y'all friends, best friends? How do y'all know each other?
So we met through my fiance. My fiance went to school with both of them, and they had this whole crew when I first came onto the scene. I'm pretty sure we clicked like immediately.
Yeah.
But first time I ever saw Jared is before I even met my fiance, and I saw her, and I thought my fiance and Jared at the time, like before I even knew her and she knew me, I thought they were dating, and I was like, oh.
Did you know this?
No, many years
After,
later.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I was like, are you just finding this out right now?
I'm like, wait, hold on.
and Emerald and Jared are like brother sister,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
so
exactly.
both of them looked at each other like, ugh.
I was like, wait, what?
But and then Arthur was just they've all known each other since they were younger, and so I just inserted myself to the group, and then it just kind of blossomed from there, and now I'm doing podcasts.
Yeah. How long ago was that? Like, did you first meet him?
We've been so I've been dating Emerald for 4 years, and I met them shortly after, like
Yeah, I would say
a month in dating.
Couple dates. I mean,
Yeah.
a couple of months after y'all were dating.
Yeah.
I think I vividly remember we met. Arthur was with us. We went to like some taco place. It was where the study space is.
Oh,
They
yes.
changed it to
We went
Winners.
to, oh, yes. We went
I remember,
to,
like,
Bro,
I remember-
I just looking back and forth with you guys because my memory is shot. Like,
I remember that.
No
I
idea.
remember we went into the.
It used to be called tacos
Fuzzy's
something. Fuzzy's tacos, bro.
bro.
Now they changed it
Yeah.
to like they changed it to like a study space. It was like a bar and a place to just like study, and then now they changed it to like a complete bar. So
Yeah.
I don't know that didn't really work
yeah, I
out.
do remember that now though.
Fuzzy's tacos, but yeah, we met him, and I think it's kind of cool though that sometimes like when you have close girlfriends, it's like a hit or miss if like their boyfriends are gonna be like really really cool, or just like they're gonna be like a dick and they're just gonna like just not gonna vibe with them. Like there's no really in between,
Don't you think that's all confidence, right? Not being insecure. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you gotta be confident about yourself and like what you bring to the table. You can't
Yeah.
be worried about somebody else and what they're doing. So
Especially
Yeah.
since it was like my first time meeting them, and that it was just Emerald and I, and then Arthur, Jared, and then our friend Matt Barra. So it was 3 dudes who I'm meeting who they're definitely like
yeah.
over like pulling the big brother mode on me, where they're like, if they catch one wrong vibe, they're gonna
Like, dude,
infiltrate
leave this dude.
Emerald's mind and be like, get rid of this dude.
Nah,
homie."
Emerald, he ain't the one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to step on my end game because all I had was interviewing in front of 3 dudes, and so
I'm not too sure if y'all can see on camera, but how tall are you, bro?
I'm 6'4".
Okay, 6'4". How much? Oh, I don't want to put your weight out there. But if you
No,
feel
I
comfortable-
played football,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm okay with talking about my weight. So right now I'm like 270.
So that's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
big.
I-
Compared to people on a normal basis, that's pretty fucking big. So I would be a little intimidated if I first met you.
Yeah.
I was definitely scared of Kyle. Yeah, for sure. Like everyone could date him or not. Like I was like, this guy's a whoop our ass. I have no say. You do what you want, girl.
Nah, but
Yeah.
the thing about Kyle is like he has that type of personality that he's just very easy to vibe with, and it was perfect for the pod because
Yeah.
he can talk about anything and everything. So
Yeah, he's going in right now. Y'all have I seen it too on the podcast, especially Karina too. Karina fucking vibes well with y'all.
yeah,
Well,
That's the-
she's She's our fact checker. She puts us in.
And she's
Yeah,
perfect because like she doesn't. It's not like she talks too much, but when she does, it's like those hard hitting comments. or,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're and like it's funny because when you look back and you hear like our episode or you watch it, you just see Karina. She'll say something like we die after because she says like little funny
Yeah.
things, bro, and it
The
hits.
one hitters.
Yeah,
She
one
does
hitters
have
is
some
like
big time
she
one
kills
hitters.
that.
And people always point them out to me. They're like, dude, when Karina said this, I was like, damn, that was funny. I didn't even
Yeah.
notice she said that in the moment.
Yeah, she's definitely like the lasso because if you just let us three talk, it will get way out of place and she'll just bring us right back in. Hit her,
Yeah.
hit her. It's good
How
stuff.
did I'm not too sure on both of y'all. How did y'all come up with thoughts and players? What was the back set or
We knew, bro. We knew we wanted to start a pod. We just didn't know like what we were gonna call it,
Yeah.
basically. And so I remember being on like Google, and I was looking up like popular phrases and terms, and like obviously I don't remember what website I was scrolling through, but it was just I saw thoughts and prayers somewhere, and then I was like, I'm always thinking about how you can like twist something to turn it into like something fresh, but it's still a kind of a reference to that phrase, and then.
Just click, huh? Yeah, and I was in his room with him, and we were kind of like going back and forth, and we were trying to like think of something with our names, but it's just like it'll be too hard, like too try hard if we put our names combined or something. So yeah, he was on Google, and I think we kind of kept going back. Like he went on his bed, and then I went on Google, and then like we switched, and we're like thinking like, bro, what can we come up with? And yeah, he came up. It was like thoughts and prayers, and then he's a great mind. So it clicked with like players, and I was like. That's it. Like
Thoughts
when
and
you
players.
just know, and we knew it. We talked about it. Like we're just gonna know, like when it's the right name. And at that point, we're like, oh, it's clean, it's perfect, like it's dope, it's us.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how should we spell it? THOT or?
Hey, that's marketing right there.
I was like,
Yeah.
it depends who we get on. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, that's a good shirt right there.
Yeah. I like the hat too, the fucking embroidery.
Yeah. We're just trying to test like some things out here and there.
Yo, this man's made like 45 hats. I
I'm
swear.
just trying to rock.
What-
Everywhere I go, people like.
And by
they
the way,
like-
they're all different.
That's what I was gonna say. What was different about them? Like
the font. Well, this is more of our font right now, but like I just
Okay.
just embroider like different ones, and I don't know. Just people always ask like, well, about the pod or this. They're like, oh, what's your hat? It's all different people, and it's just it's a good way to like market.
yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure y'all saw last year I was supposed to release some merch that still hasn't been released.
Yeah.
Man, this shit's been tough, man. I was actually on the verge of I went to a print shop by the airport 2 times, and I was on the verge of placing a fucking order. Like they sent me an invoice and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking some shit just happened, and then from there it just spiraled down, and now I'm at the point where a year later I'm fucking should be coming out soon. Different designs too. The ones I created last year were fucking trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trash shit,
I think
trash
that's
ass
the
designs,
thing. Like it's like that's what about us too. It's like we're trying to figure out exactly what we want, like what we like. I mean, we all kind of like different things, and then we also think about what other people like. So
Yeah.
it's just that's the whole merch and all that's kind of hard when you try to pick and choose like what you want to drop and like who's gonna buy it, who's not. So
What
Yeah.
did you say earlier? I forgot what you wanted to talk about. Totally forgot, bro.
oh man,
Oh, the comments.
Oh yeah,
like hate
YouTube
comments,
I
super
asked
comments.
Gilbert if he had any like hate comments because we all put our clips out there for the void of the internet.
Yeah, y'all got some pretty big ones I seen on fucking TikTok and Reels.
Yeah, we've
on
had some-
Instagram.
Even on YouTube now, we've had a couple that have YouTube Shorts that have, and that's where I realized that the most savage comments can come from, for sure. Like there was one clip I was talking about going to the Weeknd concert and I was on the floor and I couldn't see like over people's heads, and I'm 5'9".
Yeah, you're not. Short.
I'm like average height. I'm average. But what I said in the clip was, I'm 5'9". I'm the perfect height. And I triggered so many males who ended up seeing that clip on YouTube
Yeah.
to where it turned into like 200 plus comments.
It didn't
I'm
even
just-
it didn't even help. Then I go, oh, the sweet spot. And people go, sweet spot.
Yeah, they're like 6 feet or above. Like,
What I found funny is people over there complaining about like, yo, I'm 6'2", life's hard. And I'm just like, what?
yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm 6'1", I can't even fit inside of a Chevy Sonic. And I'm just like, dude, what? Like,
Yeah.
I'm 6'4", and I'm just like,
I'm living
I never
life.
even thought about it. You just accept it. Like, yeah, life sucks with being too tall.
Do you ever want to be taller? Because for me, I'm
Oh yeah,
6.
yeah.
I would love to be 6'5", 6'4" at the fucking least.
I,
Do you ever?
well, growing up in sports, I've always wanted to be 6'7" or 6'6", because that's where you can make a decision.
I was gonna say,
do
that's
I
what-
lose weight to play ball,
Yeah.
or do I
Yeah.
just become an absolute giant and play football? So yeah, that'd been like sweet spot. And growing up in D1 sports, 6'4" is just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
just like
That's
whatever.
average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
More or
if
less,
it's the
yeah.
6'6", 6'7", where just people just like their eyes are just wide.
Yeah.
So that's where I grew up thinking. I was like, oh, if I was 6'6", 6'7", that would be.
But even
more
at
me.
that, like at the concert, they were talking about like he had a good view of everything. I mean,
Oh yeah, They all
Like, it
went-
was just
they
clutch for
found
him.
different seats, and I'm like, I'm staying here, dude. The dude's right there in front of me.
I can see everything.
Arthur's
I was-
over there just trying to peekaboo and
I
shit.
was
like,
seeing him
can't
through
see
the
it.
fucking cracks here and there, bro. Like, but going back to the comments thing, it's like people. You just when you put any content out there, it's like you just have to make a mindset that you're not going to take it personally because people are behind the screen and the keyboard. They're just like savages. There's one guy I wanted to point this comment out because
Yeah, go ahead.
You know his
Go
name?
ahead.
You know his name?
it wasn't even about my height. Is the worst part.
Oh snap!
But he said, if this guy's eyes were any more wide apart, he would look like Sid the Sloth.
Oh my!
Let's all take a moment.
Just starts putting glasses on now.
I pissed that guy. I want to know how tall he was because I triggered him for
Oh,
sure.
my lord!
He's not 5'9". I'll say
Oh,
that.
shit.
Say he's not the perfect height, bro.
He ain't the perfect height.
Hey, bro, he's at home. He's sad in his life, bro. Don't worry.
Nah,
Don't
but that's
worry
what I
about
mean.
it.
Like I saw that and I
Yeah.
was cracking up at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, that's good that you have that type of.
yeah, and I think
Yeah.
like it being any type of content creator, that's the mindset you have to have because people are gonna hate no matter what. They're gonna comment
Absolutely.
no matter what.
It's like we were saying before we started. It's like you gotta love your haters more than the people who love you because they're the ones pumping in the algorithm. They're the ones creating stirring up conversations on your videos or
Yeah.
everything. And then I mean, you gotta laugh at it because it's like, dude, I've already got you. You're taking time to
Yeah.
come at me. Like
Yeah.
I'm already. No matter what you say, I'm always on top. Like
And you're one of like the 200,000 people who saw that clip. Like, you have to put things into perspective sometimes.
Y'all
But
got 200,000 views.
on that video, yeah.
Dude,
shit.
he's been posting like I guess YouTube has like a it's called what, YouTube Shorts?
Shorts. Yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
even know that was a fucking thing. Like
I
it's
just
like their
figured out.
version of TikTok.
I just
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just checked it out like I want to say a few weeks ago after because he's been posting like the little shorts like reels and TikToks on it. And yeah, there's like a lot of them have hit. Like and it's so crazy. I'm like, holy shit, like I didn't even know YouTube Shorts was a thing. I need to start like hopping on that now.
I
But
have older people that I work with, and they're heavy on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Heavy, like they don't fuck with TikTok. They don't even
Really?
have the app yet, and that's how they view the shit that's on TikTok and Instagram on fucking YouTube Shorts. And I was just like, that's how I found out. I was like, I was looking at another person's phone, and the icons on the side were similar but different. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of fucking app is that? And then YouTube Shorts, and then of course I just did my whole thing because it was something new to me. It had been out for a while. This was like 4 months ago.
Bro,
6 months ago.
now when I open the YouTube app, it just goes straight to Shorts. Like
Yeah.
Shorts is the main page.
Same.
So they're really pushing it. So
And then I saw too. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. They've kind of changed up the creator thing that they have
mm,
for YouTube. I guess I was just watching a TikTok video on it. Just more money to creators. I
Yeah.
guess to try to push.
oh yeah, they're
try
starting
to get
oh,
all the people to be posting on YouTube, YouTube Shorts, all that good shit. So kind of created a whole new creator program, kind of like TikTok. But
Yep.
yeah, it's
they're gonna
pretty
start
cool.
putting ads in YouTube Shorts, so creators will be able to monetize
Mhm.
off of the ads. But I think you have to reach like 10 million views in 30 days or some shit
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
to
that's-
even
yeah.
be like eligible, something like that. So
that's wild though.
wild, wild, wild.
Social media, man. Like just trying to get your stuff out there and market. It's
Yeah, it's hard, man.
It really
How has that been difficult for y'all? Like I know y'all have had success on the reels and the shorts, and
yeah.
TikTok videos. But other than that, how's it?
Well, me and Kyle were talking about it on the way over here. Is like when it comes to the podcast, like the number one thing is just like we enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's got to be the number. That's basically the only requirement when
Yeah.
it comes to making it. The other stuff, like for me personally, since I'm like interested in social media and just content creation in general, like it's kind of fun for me to experiment with the podcast. Like we make the clips and then we put it onto 3 different platforms right now. And just like it's kind of trial and error. Like maybe these hashtags will work this time. Maybe try this one without hashtags. Try making this one shorter. Like our most popular clip on TikTok, almost like 800,000 views or
Yeah,
something.
it was like 6 seconds, right?
It's like 9 seconds long. It's like just me and Jared. Like it's a stupid little joke.
Which
Yeah.
one is it?
I'm talking about when you wake up with the
The-
crust in your
Oh
eyes.
yeah, I know what you're talking
All I
about.
said was,
Yeah, yeah.
wait, what did I say?
I-
I always forget. Like to this day, I'm like, what did I say?
I
I
know
was
what you're
like,
talking about.
yeah,
though.
yeah.
But it's always the stuff that like in the moment we don't think it's. I mean, we're laughing, but like
Yeah.
if you asked us immediately after that podcast, all right, what do you think is going to go viral? We would say something that
That was
completely
not it, yeah.
different. It
Nobody
would
would have
go-
thought
it
about
would,
that.
It would bomb, and then we'd post something that it is funny, and then that would just randomly out of nowhere. Because from that week, I mean, I'm sure that Krusty Eye one, like there was way more funnier parts in it,
Yeah.
but it just sparked
That's-
something, and it hit. for
That's
some
why it's
reason.
interesting. Like you're just at the whims of the algorithm. You could just
Yeah.
try different things, see what works for you. But at the end of the day, you're just trying things and seeing what sticks.
Do you like it? Because how long have you been on the podcast? Like when was your first?
I was
Okay.
back on for their first year. I did one, maybe two, and then
Last July.
He was
probably-
just like a frequent guest. Basically.
Yeah, I was
like
a
last
frequent
July.
guest. Last July is when I started coming in really consistently. So I mean, I guess we were talking like 10 total podcasts so far, but like 8 of them in the past, 2 months.
Yeah.
So
And
Was it-
like I was thinking about it too, like when we had Kyle, yeah, it was July of 2021. Yeah, we're in 2020. What are we in 22? 2022. Okay, yeah. 2021. When we had
It's
Kyle.
2023, bro.
Oh, shit, I don't even know. Probably straight. I thought it was till 2020. We had Kyle on, and I like the way Kyle like his like input. Like whenever we had him as a guest, it just always like I like the way we vibe. He vibed with me and Arthur, like, and especially he listens to like a lot of podcasts, so I think he has a feel of like what he is to like ours, and like it just kind of worked out perfect. And I said it from I would even say like last October I was thinking like I wanted to add Kyle like on with us because it just makes the conversation even better. Like me and Arthur are completely different people, but it's just funny when we're together we mesh because we've been best friends for many years. So adding like another guy who knows us pretty well at this point now for the last 4 or 5 years, and he's different than us. Like it's just we all have a different like part in the podcast, and it just kind of meshes well, and it goes good, and I like it a lot for sure.
yeah, I think
have real quick. I have struggles with that. Like sometimes I get stuck on like ideas and thoughts and fucking just shit to actually, yeah, just with the podcast with 3 people or even 2 at that. That was just one more person to actually get ideas
Yeah.
out and shit like that. So it's fucking difficult sometimes.
I was thinking about that actually, because with us, it's like we kind of just show up and record, and it's kind of the idea behind it is just to be comedic. Like for me personally, I really liked comedy podcasts because they were just like an escape, like not too serious, just makes you laugh. They just talk about nonsense. That is
Yeah.
what it is, and I wanted to kind of recreate that, but with something like Gilbert's podcast. First of all, you're the only host.
Yeah,
You're the only one that can be relied on, and then
Yeah.
just the one-on-one interview style, especially when it's like a stranger potentially.
Yeah, luckily most of these people that I interview, I have some type of interaction for them. I've said this before on the podcast. It got weird because I started off in my second bedroom in my apartment, and I didn't know anybody at that point other than my friends and family, and then inviting them into my apartment. Like I sleep 10 feet away from this room. Like that was
Yeah.
fucking weird. And it didn't hit me until maybe like 4 months after I started getting just the people. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It was weird.
You just felt weird about
Yeah, I just felt weird. It was
Like
just-
all
it
these
was weird.
people knew where you lived.
Yeah,
and slept
that was
and
a
stuff.
scary. That was a scary part. Like sometimes I gave them the gate code too, so they
Oh,
knew the
yeah.
gate code to get into the apartment.
Yeah.
They knew the apartment number.
They knew what's in your apartment.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Like they knew all the equipment was
They
there.
see you're out
like,
of town, they're like, all right, perfect. Like shit.
it was shit like that you overthink, and there's crazy people out there that
Yeah.
might do that, but yeah, it came to a point where I just had to switch it up and get this one, get the one before that, just because obviously it's a lot nicer and a little bit more professional than the one before.
Yeah, definitely very vibey.
More
in
professional
here,
than us
yeah.
for sure, bro.
No, I
Definitely.
like y'all's though.
Yeah.
Y'all's is cool because I like the travel part about it. Y'all
Yeah.
can just set up shop anywhere.
Exactly.
That's the cool part because let's just say y'all just so happen to travel anywhere. Y'all can just set up shop, take y'all's equipment in that
Yeah.
one duffel bag, like you were saying earlier, and then
Straight
just
up.
fucking
That's
Stick to
literally
that.
it.
yeah.
One bag has all our shit in it.
Yeah, we thought about doing that, like going to Dallas and just a different scenery. I mean,
I mean, we had one episode where we we had a couple people from 20 somethings on. It's like that show on Netflix. It's like these people who were on the show, and it would have been dope to do that one in person. And we actually wanted to try and go do it in Austin somewhere.
Yeah, but a few of them, I think they moved. They went back home after the show, like aired and stuff. So it kind of sucked. But yeah, it would have been dope to actually like go to Austin and like do it. That's what we want to. Obviously, like we did that after doing a Zoom podcast. We can't do it anymore. Like it was tough. My mic, we thought it was good. The whole episode, it was fucked up. Like I listened to it back. Arthur called me and was like, so I sound good. The other two people sound good, but man, you sound like shit. Like, I was like, and I listened back. I'm like, nah, bro, like do whatever you can. Make me like, I don't want to like, come on, man. People are gonna listen to this. Like the next morning I heard it, I was like, God, I sound like shit. Like
Yeah, I had a video Zoom podcast back in October, so maybe about a year ago. My shit was top tier. Like I had the camera, I had the microphone. He didn't have nothing. He just
Yeah.
had his fucking laptop. I'm sure I don't even think it was a Mac. Like it was like fucking 720p shit. Like it was bad, bro. Like it was bad, and I was just like, fuck. I respect this guy so much, so I'm not gonna say anything. And it just I just let it happen.
This man said 720p.
Yeah, bro. That's how bad it was.
Barely HD, bro.
not even like, did he? How was he? Could you hear him good though?
Yeah, I can hear him. Like I can hear him perfectly. He can hear me perfectly. Luckily, he had good Wi-Fi because he was out in somewhere near Midland and Lubbock, Texas. So
Oh,
he was
shit.
just like
Lord.
in the fucking
Yeah,
country, but-
something on Zoom is like it's hard. Like unless like if there's a person who's really really dope, if that's the only choice. Because I do see like people
Yeah.
still do like Zoom podcasts. Like it's depending,
Yeah.
obviously, if you know how big they are and they're traveling and stuff. So we'll do it. But man, yeah, it's tough though for sure. Like it's just something about being in person when you look at each other and in that moment you're laughing. Like it's just
like the
it's way
intimate part
better.
about it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
Nah, I'm
during-
just fucking with you.
During the pandemic, you got pretty good at it with your in-laws.
Yeah, we were doing a podcast like during COVID and shit, and all of them were remote. And
So
we got used
Yeah.
to it, but we all had the same mic at our own setups and stuff, so that made it easier.
I wanted to actually touch on that because I'm sure I'm not too sure if it did. But how was that? Because you had a podcast before this.
Yeah.
What was that transition like? What was the separation like? What was the whole thing with that one?
So that one was really fun. Honestly, a pretty similar vibe to what we do with Thoughts and Players, but it was with my two brothers-in-law, so my sister's husbands, and we always had like the funniest conversations out at our like dinners and stuff. So we were like, man, let's just do this like podcast thing.
Yeah.
It was like a running joke that like everyone has a podcast now. But one interesting thing I saw like recently on a side note is like there's over 4 million podcasts out there and only like 20% of them are active. So it's like all those jokes you see about people starting podcasts. It's like, yeah, I see the appeal, especially like dudes starting podcasts. But how many of them are actually going to stick with it? It's like, well, probably only like 20% of them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
how many episodes have you done?
This is 84.
So yeah,
This is
kudos to you for sticking with it.
Yeah,
Dog,
that's
it
a
has been
lot.
a struggle. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, go ahead. bro.
Anyways, yeah, back to so that we started that in like 2018. We did like 60 episodes that are out,
Jeez.
but
Damn.
we did like probably 20 more that we just like archived and deleted because they were so trash at first.
Yeah.
But it showed me like what we needed to do. It taught me how to podcast basically. But eventually it was just getting a little stale. I think like their heads weren't like really in it. I was basically doing like everything, and Jared was interested in starting a podcast at the time, so I was like, it would be cool to have someone who's like equally interested in like doing this thing and more enthusiasm, I guess.
Yeah.
So then that's where it kind of transitioned, and we're still going strong. So
I'm sure it helped you, right? Like, cause you know how to. Were you doing all the editing,
I was doing all the
And-
editing and everything basically.
audio too?
Yeah.
Oh, cause did y'all have? Oh, y'all had videos too.
We
was-
actually use the same exact mics we use now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Those mics have taken some damage, but they're still
yeah.
going. They're like stage mics, the ones we use. So they do the job. We can beat them up.
What do you use for the editing software? 'Cause I know we talked about it before, but I forgot.
Adobe Audition.
Oh, now you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, oh, you're talking about Descript.
Yeah, I think
which
that's the
I
one
use
you-
that for the clips.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
as far as the audio and video, it's just Adobe Premiere and Audition.
Was that a struggle to actually learn it?
No, because I'd already been video editing since like I was a kid, basically. So
Shit, okay.
it was just that was the easy part, honestly. That's honestly still the part I enjoy the most. Like editing is fun for me.
Do y'all have any like background within editing or anything?
Absolutely not. Dude,
I did some videos in high school for theater arts. That's
That counts. That
yeah.
counts?
iMovie's
hey,
pretty
that's
pretty.
close. That's
like,
ahead of me.
kindergarten. It was pretty easy to use that. You can kind of just learn your way while you do it,
Bro, you guys want to know how I learned video editing? I was playing RuneScape when I was a kid.
Okay. Okay.
And I would watch like RuneScape music videos on YouTube. People would literally like make like gameplay, record their gameplay of them like typing out the lyrics, and they'd turn it into a music video. And I was like, that's dope. I want to learn how to do that.
How old were you? You remember?
I was 9 years old.
Oh shit.
Legitimately, I was 9.
You said RuneScape, and that just took a memory from the back of my brain.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
pulled it to the
that
front
that
right
game was
there.
like my entire childhood. But I downloaded Windows Movie Maker and I just started making some random ass RuneScape.
boy
They're
started
probably
at a
still
young-
out there somewhere.
Started at a young age.
Fuck,
But-
bro.
Straight up.
I was too poor to have all that shit, bro. I was too poor. Like I remember my first. I mean, maybe y'all can talk about y'all's too. Whenever y'all got your first cell phone, like my first cell phone was maybe junior year of high school.
Yeah.
You get like shit. Now that I think about it, I just had a family event on Sunday. My niece is 10. She has a fucking iPhone.
Oh
yeah.
And I'm like
bro.
tripping.
Kids are
hard.
like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and-
Tablets, phones.
I didn't get a computer, like an actual stand computer, like no laptops or anything until my sophomore year. Like, shit like that. I didn't even have Wi-Fi until my sophomore year. Like I
Wow.
when I heard Wi-Fi, I was just like, what the fuck is that? But
Damn.
then again, like whole nother conversation. Like I was just fucking poor, so it was
Yeah.
a different story.
Yeah.
Different struggle.
No, it's funny. We actually talked about that in our last episode, like our first phones. Like I was rocking that Juke. You remember the Juke where it was like an
Yeah.
inch wide and
fucking
you would
flipped
flip it
yeah.
open?
Yeah.
That was my first phone. I used it
Verizon,
so
right?
much that it wouldn't stop at the top. It would just open and keep spinning all the way around.
What the fuck?
You just twirling your shit.
Basically, it looked like a knife, like one of those pocket knives.
What's your number?
I would whip that thing out of my pocket like a what are those knives
Switchblade.
called?
Switchblade,
Switchblades.
yeah.
Yeah. But
I had mine was just a regular flip phone. I was in 6th grade, so I think since I transitioned to middle school, my mom was like, "All right, you need a phone." I don't know why that middle school jump is like scary to parents, but I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
you're just like a younger 5th grader. So
I had like this like Sony Ericsson. I don't even know how I knew that, but it's like it just slides up, right? And you still
Yeah.
got to do the hit 2 times. You know, the typical. There's
oh,
no
the
keyboard.
T9
The
texting.
T9 stuff, yeah. And then I got my
Oh,
dad's
shit.
blackjack, and your boy was just
oh man, that was
dude. Brick Breaker was my thing, dude. I was just like, yo, what's your high score on Brick Breaker? I'll bet you I'll beat it right now. Like,
That was a BlackBerry. You said?
yeah, BlackBerry.
Did you
yeah.
have a?
with a little ball?
I was wondering. I was like, "What the hell's a blackjack?"
I know. I
Yeah.
well, there is a blackjack, but I
Oh,
meant
okay,
BlackBerry,
okay.
yeah, with a little ball on it.
Did you ever use the BBM? Because I caught on to the BBM late. Like I had a BlackBerry, but I didn't have a BlackBerry until my senior year, and then I just like that was the year I found out about it. But by that time,
What's a BBM? A big booty.
BlackBerry
big booty mix.
BlackBerry Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Close though. Close.
Yeah. That's what. That was my second choice.
Yeah. But I was late to by that time iPhones were already out. This was 2012. So iPhones have been out for a couple years now. They're transitioning and no one was using BlackBerry.
So was it
Messenger.
like iMessage on a BlackBerry?
yeah,
right. Basically,
Instant
I
messaging
remember,
program.
like,
Mm.
I want to say like I think there was an episode of Jersey Shore, of course. They were talking like around that time. They brought up they're like, "Yo, you in his BBM or something like that." I guess I was like popping.
I did it a few, but they only went 2 Blackberries, right?
Yeah, they
Like,
only went 2 Blackberries.
yeah,
Yeah,
not a lot of. I mean, I grew up in Frisco, which is north of
Dallas?
Dallas.
Yeah.
You know, just bunch of rich kids. So I mean, like, I was the only person with the BlackBerry, so it was kind of useless. Everyone had iPhones, and I was just like, "Damn, dude!" Like, I guess I can just hold on one second. You know,
I just thought people were bosses with Blackberries. Like if you had that or
I
the
feel like-
Palm, remember the Palm 2? It was
Yeah,
like the one.
Palm
It was like
was
Sprint.
crazy.
The only thing I liked
Yeah.
about it is that in class you can feel the keypad, so you can text and like not even see what.
Oh, yeah.
and just send, and then I just sent the whole paragraph, and just by feeling the buttons.
It's wild that I still do that. That right there, the buttons. Like
Yeah.
I mean, first iPhone, like I said, was in junior year. But that still like shouldn't say this, but I text and drive, and that's what I do.
Mm.
I memorize with one hand.
Exactly
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the things that you typically say. I mean, granted, if it's short phrases, you already know the fucking the way you put your thumbs and
Yeah.
the locations and shit like that. But
I do miss that texting, man. When we had real buttons.
that
Yeah.
T9 shit brought back fucking memories, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
I could
you-
never
I
do
was
it, bro.
like,
Did
what?
You just
y'all
unlock
Two, two,
something.
two.
man.
y'all were good at
Yeah.
that? Y'all good at that?
I
Oh, I
was
sucked at
actually
it.
pretty good. I got really good at it, and then phone broke. Boom, here's a BlackBerry. And I'm like, oh, well, that's out.
I feel like BlackBerry fumbled the bag though,
It really
Yeah,
did
because they had like everyone wanted the BlackBerry. They were like the iPhone of the
Exactly. I was gonna say, like they were obviously
See,
way above.
When iPhone came, I think when iPhone came out, they came out with like a touchscreen BlackBerry,
I
but
remember
still
that.
had the keyboards. And
time.
people were just like, yeah, but this one doesn't.
People went
have
crazy with
any
the touchscreen, bro.
buttons,
When
you
I
know?
remember in middle school, and like, was it, yeah, probably the beginning of high school, middle school when iPhone came out. I don't even know what year. I want to say it was like
It
around
was
that
in
time.
middle when we were like in middle school for sure.
I thought it was just crazy. If there was only a few kids who had the iPhones, and like I was like, bro, you have an iPhone? Because I think I barely had an iPod. Like, so like I was like, damn, you got an actual iPhone? This shit
iPod
costs.
Touch, yeah.
You
I
could
started
call-
downloading text now and shit on my iPod because I love the iPod Touch, bro.
Yeah,
That shit was so much music was on that shit.
I had an iPod. I had a Nano first. Blue
Nano
one.
was the first one I had.
Nano.
had a Nano.
Yeah.
iPod Touch was next, and then I didn't even buy it. I made my dad buy it. My not like really close with my dad, so I kind of use it against him. Like, hey, you gave me a shitty childhood. Can you buy me an iPod Touch? Kinda
The
put it-
least you can do.
Yeah,
got the
happy-
leverage
yeah,
on
happy
it.
birthday.
Yeah, I put him against the wall on that one, and fucking he bought that shit within like 2 days. So yeah, that shit was funny, man.
Damn.
But how has what brought you to San Antonio, or where'd you go to school?
So I went to I was like all the way to my sophomore year of high school. I was in Frisco,
Yeah, okay.
and then my dad's job brought me down here, and it came between Round Rock, Austin, or Bernie.
Nice, okay.
So I
Both
mean,
fucking dope places to live.
yeah, I mean,
Straight up,
Yeah.
best of both worlds.
and it's funny. It's I always make a joke out of it because it's like I did Frisco. Yeah, was pretty growing up. It was like country, and it's still to this day kind of weird how it exploded
Yeah, it's
in Frisco. When I grew up, there was just fields everywhere, and kind of like how Bernie is, just all country. And then, but as I went through high school, you know, I grew up with, you know, there was a lot of like black culture around me. Like I grew up with like I was the one white kid on the
shit.
football team.
okay.
You know, you have those those predominantly black football teams, but you have that one white kid. That was me.
That was you.
I was that all the way growing up. So I moved to Bernie, and it was a culture shock for me. They introduced me in front of the football team, and I literally said like, "Where's everyone else at?" Like, and they're
Yeah.
like,
These
"He's
are
the
my
running
people."
back," and he's like, "That's a white guy. He's not the running back.
Like,
Where's the running back?"
the scene from like Remember the Titans?
Yes.
when they come out
Yeah.
from the other
I
part
got
of the
there.
gym.
I got there, and I was kind of like ahead of my like the hip hop culture in Bernie too. So like I remember when the first J. Cole album came out, people came to me and was like, "Yo, what do you think about the album, dude?" I was like, I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm like, why are you
Shit.
coming to me asking
Yeah.
about it? What do I care? So I mean, yeah, I moved down here because of my dad's job, and I mean, fell in love with San Antonio. I mean, I still love Dallas and root for all Dallas teams. I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I went to
But-
Dallas 2019, Frisco specifically. Yeah, bro, it was definitely not. I didn't know what it looked like before, but I can. If you're saying that it was fields back then, that's not what I
Mhm.
saw when I went in
Oh,
2019.
the skyscrapers, that whole
Yeah.
where the Dallas Cowboys training facility is,
Yeah.
that was all fields my entire childhood.
That's crazy, bro.
And it was like back then I remember going on trips with my dad to Plano, which is the neighboring city, and where we were that took about 25 minutes because that major highway wasn't even there. We had to take multiple, stoplights all the way to Plano, 25 minutes to go get beer because you couldn't get alcohol in Frisco.
Damn,
It was a
well,
dry
Yeah.
city.
oh, so there
It's
was nothing
crazy
there,
because
yeah.
today they just opened up a HB, right? In Frisco.
Oh yeah, they just
Just
opened
today.
up HB. People
The
losing
first
their
HB,
damn
bro,
minds.
people
in
were waiting at
Frisco,
like 4
dude.
a.m.
That's what I
Yeah.
don't get. Like, where they like, you know how fast food restaurants you get like a year of Chick-fil-A or something like that.
Yeah.
You think they're giving out shit like that at
Yeah,
HEB?
the first lady, she's like about like 4'9". She came in there and they gave us gigantic gift bag of just all HEB stuff.
Oh
and she's
shit!
like, it just goes all over. And she's like, oh, okay. It's like, you can tell she literally went there just to get groceries.
Bro, there was one time. Were you with me when we camped out at the academy?
Yeah.
This is how bored we were in like 2015.
It was when the Spurs was it? No, when did we go? What did we go for?
I just remember the academy on Bandera Road was opening up, and we were so hyped that they were giving out like gift cards to the first 100 people who went into the store.
So, see, that's
We camped out all night
yeah, no.
to get a $50 gift card, and that was I got lucky to get the $50 one. Most people got the $20 gift card.
Oh, so they were random. They weren't set.
It was a random amount. It could have been anywhere
Ah.
from 50 to 250.
People
And-
had like their PlayStation and shit out there just chilling. We were thinking about doing that. We didn't do that. Though.
Yeah, I never did that, but this was like 2011 though. I camped for shoes. That was it
Bro,
was
That's
like,
worth the camp
Even
Yeah,
now,
that's-
even now, I'm like, why did we do that? Like, it was just something to do. I think.
on a Friday night. I think we probably just graduated high school. Like how lame. We were just chilling at some academy that opened. Like we
It's-
thought it was badass.
It's weird. People used to camp out for like everything, like movie
Oh,
theaters.
yeah.
tickets.
People
Can you
will-
imagine?
Those were
wait,
camping
movie
at-
theater
Yeah, like back then, like dude, it was
know
like
that.
when Star Wars first came out, like back for the new Star Wars, people camped out to get the pre-sale tickets.
What?
I remember,
it's
like-
now it's like just wait on the computer and just
yeah, streaming.
buy.
Yeah.
I remember camping out for like video games and stuff, or like at least like that midnight release.
Yes,
that
like
shit just
Call of
hit. Like,
Duty.
Call of Duty.
Okay,
Okay,
special
yeah,
ones.
I did that.
those hit. I think we would do like. There's been times growing up when the Spurs won like the championship.
Mm.
It was like to go to academy with like your family. I remember we like load up the car and like we would stand outside like they'll get the jerseys like at midnight or like the shirts at midnight.
I
Championship
remember-
shirts.
It's funny you say that because I remember Game 6 of the Miami Heat where Ray Allen shot the
Hell
corner
no, bro!
three.
Don't even bring that
No, no,
up.
hold on. I don't mean the Spurs fans. I don't mean to bring it up, but
Sad.
I'm already
my-
depressed.
My, friends did that. Game 6 because they thought they were gonna win. Fuck ended up losing, man. Had to go home and
All sad, cry.
yeah.
I usually know. You know, it's funny. I have like that same one, like that same clamp. That usually I like to. I hate holding shit. So they're fine with it. So I usually try to like back at my own apartment. My roommate had a badass, a badass little thing. Like she had like a little corner table, and I would just clamp it on there.
I feel ghetto right now.
The thing is, they won't even see the bottom of it, so it's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like holding it. But dude, another thing that hit growing up too, like especially like talking about camping out and stuff, when like the Spurs used to win, like especially the championship, like dude, going downtown and like honking with like your family. Did y'all ever do that or no?
Yeah.
You did that, bro.
Well,
That
I
shit-
went to a finals game when they played Cleveland in 07.
Yeah.
I went to game 2. I was like, I don't know, 10 years old or something. And it was just nuts to see.
school night.
Probably.
Cool.
Not sure. It was just
So you
nuts
were
to
up
see
late.
all the people just in
Bro,
their yards.
just honking, like
honking.
going crazy. Like, I don't know, bro. That shit was fun, honestly. Like,
I grew up a LeBron James fan, so I never did that.
I did too. You know what's crazy? At that game, I wore a LeBron jersey, and I put my Duncan jersey over it. But anytime Cleveland would
shit.
score, I'd lift that shit up and just.
This dude
I
was
was-
ready.
I was
He ready to
supporting both
flip.
teams.
dude
yo.
came strapped with 2 jerseys.
I was
Yeah.
sweating in there.
Hell
I was
yeah.
never into San Antonio in general. Spurs, like San Antonio Spurs, I should say, until recently. Like I just started.
Damn, you missed the golden era.
Yeah, I
bro.
really missed the fucking golden era. Bro. Like I obviously like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu, like greats, obviously. But yeah, I was always the person that was against them.
Same.
Yeah,
you-
in the
did
fucking-
you-
We
Where'd
would
you
have
grow
been
up?
friends.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up here.
We would have been friends.
Yeah, so I
Did
grew
you
up
like the
here.
Lakers?
That
Did
should
you
be
ever like the
illegal.
Lakers?
What you just said should be illegal.
Yeah.
I
So
hated
I
the
was
Spurs.
I was I didn't hate them, but I was just was,
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I just was a huge. I still am like
Oh yeah, me too. Me
still a
too.
huge LeBron James fan.
I either want
Yeah.
LeBron to win or the Spurs to win. Like that's who I'm going for sure.
Growing up as a Mavericks fan, like Manu, I respected Tim Duncan. Tony Parker is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But Manu just got under my skin, dude. Just made my skin crawl. It's like this dude's just no stop to this guy.
I think that's how San Antonio people feel about LeBron James.
Yeah.
No,
Like that-
for
obviously,
sure.
I
And
think
Kobe
there's-
back in
Yeah,
the day.
Kobe,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That was
Kobe was like I hated him more than anything. if I'm
hated
being
playing against when the Spurs played against Kobe. It was like, God, this guy again. Like,
Yeah, you
gonna
love to
whoop our
hate him.
ass.
Like,
honest. Yeah.
The Lakers in general, bro, because like
Mhm.
Derek
Yeah.
Fisher, fucking Ron Artez, like the
some
old
terrible
squad,
days.
Yeah.
Gasol too. I remember.
Gasol, or even going back to Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah, I don't remember that shit, bro. Yeah.
Shit was
You
sad.
remember that?
I was like in 5th grade, 4th grade.
Dude,
Vaguely,
he remembers a lot of shit we don't. Do you know what the hell his shirt says?
Double Dare.
Did you grow up watching like Nickelodeon or not?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Nickelodeon?
None of
No,
us
no,
did.
Oh
that-
shit!
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit!
No, I know what Nickelodeon
Dude,
is.
so that was on Nickelodeon. I was like, he was
That's on Nickelodeon.
he was
when I
like,
a
you haven't
kid,
seen this
dude.
on Nickelodeon? I was like, dude, what the hell's
Oh,
Double
right
Dare?
after all that. All that.
I don't
and
remember
Kenan
that
and
shit at
Kel.
all. Like I remember a lot of shit from
What
Nickelodeon.
is it?
It's like a game show. You go on like a trivia game show with your family. And it's like you do all these. Like I showed like videos while we're outside. It's like
Double Dare.
you have to. But it's all like slime based. Like it's just everything is. You're always just getting slimed, and they do a big obstacle course at the very end where you got to like grab the flag out of this gigantic nose. It's like but it's meant for you to get like all like disgusting. And as a kid, it's like, oh, that's so cool, all that slime and stuff. So I grew up watching it, and I sent out multiple letters, and
You never got
picked.
casted.
Never got picked
Wait, to get on?
to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, you liked it that much? You were
Dude,
like,
I was like, dude, it's like, and you get to go to Orlando Studios when back when it was Orlando. It's like, dude, this is a win-win.
Dude, to this day, I still want to get slime like from the show, like the
Yeah.
green slime.
They did make that shit look fun.
That shit just looked badass as a kid.
Exactly.
they
It's like-
still do that at
I-
the like awards thing, right? The Nickelodeon
Kids,
awards.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kids
I
Choice
think so,
Awards.
yeah.
They even do it for the NFL too. They had the player. of the
Dude, that's
week
cool
stuff.
when those little kids like they do the interviews and stuff.
Yeah,
That shit's really fucking cool.
I think it's pretty cool for the players too because they grew up watching and probably thought like, oh, I want to get slimed, and they
Yeah.
roll out. They give you a bucket of slime.
It's like some days they have that on, right? Like, is it Monday Night Football or like?
I do it towards Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah, I know there's sometimes you can
Yeah.
just like watch that the whole game and it's just little kids like
Yeah.
commentating and stuff. I'm like, bro, that's so dope. I would have loved to be on that shit for sure.
Yeah,
Is-
Double Dare, check it out.
Nah, I probably won't.
Shit,
Definitely.
it wasn't not that
It's just
interesting.
outdated.
Is it
bro.
still running?
Nah,
right?
I think they brought it back a little bit.
I feel like none of this shit like on Nickelodeon and all that stuff is not the same, bro. Like those shows just probably
Yeah.
not as dope as they were when we were
Disney
kids.
was the shit for me back in the day.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Disney was-
absolutely.
There's I still sometimes I go on Disney Plus. I watch like Smart House.
Shit,
Oh,
me
fucking-
too,
I
bro.
watched that a while back.
Yeah.
I wanted to have like a party like that at my house, like Smart House, like middle school.
Shit,
Yeah.
like movies like that, like the Disney originals.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch find myself
Luck of
watching
the
them.
Irish.
Yeah,
That's a good.
I remember
I think it was
Duck-
like 13th year, where he's like a mermaid and like he's trying to find his mom. I don't know. If
Oh
y'all seen that
yeah,
one.
I know that one. Yeah.
shit like that, bro. It's fucking crazy.
The Cheetah
It's dope.
Girls.
Nah,
Just
I watched it, but I'm not gonna watch it now. Yeah. Shit
Some
like
good-
that. Well,
good
I was gonna
times.
ask you though, favorite show, Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network
of all time?
Yeah, of all time. What do you think?
Or you mean like kids show?
Kid
That'd
show
be shit.
or like
Yeah,
right
kid
now?
show. Kid
Oh,
show.
okay,
Since we're
okay.
talking about Nickelodeon. Might as well get something interesting going. Whoever wants to go
Shit, you
first.
signed up for Double Day, huh? I'm just
Well,
kidding.
not opposed to. I mean, Double Dare and stuff, but like I was really big into Doug. That was way before y'all.
Wait,
Doug,
what?
you know Doug?
Yeah, I do know Doug.
I don't
yeah.
think I know.
I was
Doug.
really big into Doug and
That was-
bro.
I was thinking
I'm
of
about
Doug.
to date myself. Angry Beavers? No Angry Beavers.
Nah, bro.
What the freak?
As soon as he said Doug,
Well,
like
I didn't want to say the obvious like SpongeBob and like Wild Thornberries was pretty tight.
I remember Wild Thornberries. I'm not a big.
Uh,
I've never seen. I've seen like bits and pieces of SpongeBob. Never got into it. That's
Uh,
probably gonna.
Courage the Cowardly Dog is when I started. I was talking to Arthur. I love scary movies. That's the show that made me start liking scary movies because it's like a creepy kid show.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I was big on like I remember. I mean, if we go first show ever that I loved, it was Blue's Clues, bro. That shit was iconic.
all right.
Iconic.
Going
Nah, but if we're like
cartoons.
Disney Channel days, it was like That's So Raven, Sweet Life.
Sweet Life was
Oh,
good.
Sweet Life.
Those were
yeah.
my two favorites,
Yeah.
probably.
Y'all, I don't mean to cut you off. Y'all remember playing the fucking Disney games?
Yeah,
Disney
absolutely, bro.
those were.
Bro,
those were
yes.
That was my Friday nights. That's how I should spend them again, honestly.
We're just pulling memories out the back of my
Shit was
head.
hell-
dude. It's
hella
like,
fun.
Lord.
Makes you feel old though, right?
Oh hell yeah, bro. We're yeah, I'm starting to reach 30, bro. That shit's tripping me out. Kind of falling into the place where like, damn, is this gonna be my life for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Like, is this gonna be
just
what I'm
half.
gonna
We're
do?
just getting started, bro. I know we're like halfway to 30, and I feel old as hell, honestly. I think like looking back, I think pictures is the thing that does it to you. Like looking back at pictures, really like you just like holy shit. Like, I feel like that wasn't too long ago, but then it really was 7-8 years ago. Like what the hell? We graduated in 2015, so it just seems like a lifetime ago, like to us. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, bro. I wish time can like slow down sometimes.
I was thinking about the other day. This is kind of on the topic, kind of not, but I was thinking about artists that's kind of like, for instance, Kanye. He like where he. I mean, obviously he dropped his first album, which was fucking dope, but kind of that was in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah.
then he kind of like I would think like 4 years, 2008, when he dropped.
808s.
808s is 2008. Yeah.
Oh, he dropped one in 07. It was
Okay, 07.
Graduation.
Graduation, okay.
Yeah.
So he dropped that. So that was 3 years, like 3 years into the actual,
Mm-hmm.
not the game, but like that's just mind blowing to me. Like, how do you go from fucking that album to another fucking album, and then
Yeah.
the next one, which was 808s, the next year, like it's just
He dropped
mind-blowing.
3. If you think about it, he dropped one in 07, 08, and 09.
What was 09?
09 was the iconic one with the red cover. I'm
My
blanking.
Beautiful Dark.
My Beautiful
yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Twisted
yeah, yeah,
Fantasy. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. He went on a
He
tear.
went hard in those years, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I was thinking about the other day. I was just like, damn, specifically Kanye, he just went on a fucking tear, and it was only 3 years. Like, you think about
Yeah.
it, this was like when we were fucking.
He
middle
really
school.
owned like the middle and the end of, or like the end of the 2000s for sure.
And they
Really
don't
think
even
about it.
sound similar. They're completely
Nah.
polar opposite albums.
They really are.
And that was in a 3-year span, which for usually like regular artists, that's like take like 3-year gaps to change their tone. and
Straight up.
stuff.
Did you get a chance to watch the documentary?
Yeah,
Kanye?
bro.
Bro,
It
that's one of
tri-
the best
It
documentaries.
tripped me out. I never thought I would. I think I tweeted it. I never thought I would see Pharrell and wait, who?
I think
Jay Z.
No,
Jay-
there was a song where Kanye and Pharrell were making
there's a lot of
fuck, it's his most fucking famous song.
dude, it's on my head
Through the
now.
Wire.
Yes, yeah.
Through the
Oh,
Wire.
okay.
Okay,
And he thought it was crazy.
yeah,
He's like,
I never thought I would see that. Like, that was just insane to me, bro. Like, this was fucking 2003.
yeah, and it's because Kanye was like really nobody. Like, I mean, yeah, he was killer like at producing, but like still like for him like to rap, it's like it was just they were like going crazy. I feel like it would be like imagine like Metro Boomin like just starts like
Rapping.
trying to be
Yeah.
and start a rap career like a crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like really going like on that.
See, I'm waiting for shit like that. Like, obviously, if Drake would drop something similar to that, I'm sure.
Mhm.
I wouldn't doubt. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he has some shit like that, like just a little documentary of people recording him. That would go
I'm
stupid.
sure, will, bro, for sure.
That would go stupid.
He's definitely gonna have one when
It's
his
dope to even have the foresight of like recording everything going on,
Mm-hmm.
especially at that time when most people aren't even concerned about that when they're on the come up or they're trying to even get noticed. They're not even thinking about recording themselves. They're just trying to get noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like for him to even tell this guy like, "Hey, follow me around," like
he predicted
I'm
the
gonna make
future
it.
though.
Yeah,
Like, he really
yeah,
did.
that's
That's confidence.
That's
yeah.
what I was gonna say. Like, he was telling them in the documentary.
it's a
like,
different
hey,
level of confidence.
hey, this is
yeah.
my documentary.
Yeah, like
and he's still conceited to this day.
yeah, yeah. He's on another way.
like he really like predicted what the hell he's gonna do. Like that documentary is one of the best I've ever seen, honestly.
That's I don't say it. I document my life, but that's another reason why I do it. Like this right here
Yeah.
is you look at the way the topics I'm talking about. You look at the way not even the topics, bro. Like just the way I'm talking.
Yeah.
Like from the start, 2020 till now is totally different. You can see the progression.
Mhm.
I'm sure y'all can kind of go about this too. I mean, I'm sure you can getting into the podcasting. I'm sure you've seen yourself grow in the way you talk and the
Mm-hmm.
not using ums and likes and shit like that. Like, it's just insane to watch some of the editing I have on my previous fucking hard drive, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is trash. Like,
Yeah.
This is literally trash.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all about growth. So
Exactly.
To bounce off that, we were actually in the truck talking like
We were
Another-
podcasting in the ride over here.
yeah, it,
Yeah,
it sounds
we,
like
we
it.
did our own little podcast. No, we just went on this like whole tangent about just doing podcasts is like more fun. It's like basically a verbal journal, like
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whether we blow up or this phases out and we do go our own ways and stuff. I mean, you can always look back and like show your kids one day, like, hey, this is what your dad was talking about, freaking
Yeah.
smelling salts. like
Some of the shit,
doing
yeah.
smelling salts and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and or talking about dipping babies in water like chicken nuggets, like
Yeah.
or all this kinds of stuff. I mean, it's just we're just doing verbal journals, and I think it's pretty tight.
It will
And
be-
just looking back at this episode
Yeah.
10 years from now. Hey, future Kyle,
Hey,
you know, like type of deal.
future-
Like
you have two
I probably-
girls.
I probably just freaked my future self out right now. Like,
Bro, it's like did any of you pay attention to Mr. Beast at all?
yeah,
He recorded, so he's like the biggest YouTuber on the planet at this point, but he recorded videos when he was like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. He's like, it's titled A Message to My Future Self or whatever. And he auto scheduled it at the time where he made it to go public in 5 years or go public in 10 years or whatever. And so he's basically talking to his future self, like, hey, I hope you have 1 million subscribers by now.
That's
like, you better
crazy.
have you better be killing it. I know you're
What?
gonna be
That
doing this all
is-
the time. And like when that one came out, he was like way surpassed what his past self thought he would be. Like he was like, I hope you better have 1 million subscribers by now. He has like 50 million.
Yeah,
So that's
I watched
insane.
I watched the Logan Paul interview with him. That
Yeah.
shit tripped me out. Even the Joe Rogan one too. That one's like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, his shit trips me out, bro. Because he was just his marketing and the thing that is just tripped me out the most is he puts all his money into his videos. Like
Yeah.
he was talking
Mhm.
about how he has like thin margins as far as profit,
Mm-hmm.
and everything goes into his videos. Like I think the recent one that was crazy was the Squid Games one. I think that was
I was
Yeah.
gonna say he put a lot of
millions
money into
fucking
that, right?
dollars.
Millions, bro.
Yeah,
He doesn't really make that much money. Like
insane.
he talks about how he doesn't care about
He just has fun doing what
possessions.
he does.
Really, he's just like he's
Yeah.
so laser focused on YouTube, and he has been since he was in high school. It's like the only thing he ever cared about. He even talks about like it's hard for me to have conversations about non-YouTube things.
Yeah, I saw that shit
Yeah.
too.
Can imagine you put your whole
almost
life,
like-
life into it.
Yeah, it's like an obsessive thing, but that's why he's where he's at. You know,
do you think he even watched Squid Games if he's so laser focused?
he probably had
Yeah.
to.
He probably
Probably
had
saw
someone tell him
something.
what
But he
what
was-
happened. Yeah.
But he was only thinking about his own future
Yeah,
content.
he was like, I know
Yeah.
what I could do with this.
yeah, yeah.
Straight up. But yeah, like kind of what Kyle was saying about like looking back. I think that's one of the things I even told Arthur when we first started doing this podcast is like, I want to just look back and hear the shit we talk about. Like it's funny, especially we laugh all the time, like before we even started doing podcasts. And I think it's just a cool way to like Kyle said too, if it turns into something, man, that'd be dope. But at the end of the day, we really just enjoy just hanging out, talking, same bullshit, funny topics. I mean, we agree to disagree sometimes. It's kind of cool. And the best thing about it is that we can go back years from now and hear all the shit we talked about. And that's why like sometimes like I do think about, I know it takes like a lot of work though, but like I do think about like vlogging because like a group, like my other group of friends, like the shit we do and like the stuff we do, it's just like I look back and I'm like, bro, we should have recorded that. Like I wanted to go back and
Yeah.
like look because it's just funny to think about like because you know what happened in that moment. So I know vlogging is pretty tough, but that's something I've always kind of thought about too. Like at least even if it's something that like we get 5 views, 10 views, it doesn't matter. At least we can go back and like look at we took a trip somewhere and we recorded like most of it, and we can look back at all the shit that.
Vlogging's fucking hard. Go
Yeah,
ahead, bro.
man.
I sent you that app that just got created. Like it's brand spanking
Mhm.
new. Don't ask me what it's called, but I sent you that link where all your friends, you go out and you videotape stuff and you just upload it to the app and you make a little party, upload it, and it's blurred. No one can see it until the day after.
Oh shit.
And the only way to see it is you have to send a hangover pic, which is the
What
morning
the
of
fuck?
pic. And then it opens up all the videos and it makes this like pseudo like montage of
Like
a
the whole
movie
night,
montage
like,
of
yeah.
the whole of all y'all's videos combined, and then it saves it to a little folder and you can send it and
There's
save
just
it to
some
your
wild
phone.
ass shit in the middle.
Yeah, dude. But
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
think that's like just kind of
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like, just we're all gonna go out as long as whatever you film, whatever it is,
Put it
just
in that
put it on
thing,
that
yeah.
thing, and then tomorrow we're about to see all the stupid stuff we did, and it's gonna
Yeah.
make it into a movie montage.
I think it's just best, like just going back, looking at old memories and stuff. Like it's just,
Yeah.
I love doing it. I mean, I definitely do. So I think like recording and seeing it is just will make it that much better. But I'm just glad we definitely, we've been doing this podcast and we've been enjoying it so far, and it's been a lot of fun for sure.
Vlogging's hard, man. I did vlog. I tried to vlog in San Francisco and in Atlanta last summer. And still to this day, bro, you would think that people don't look at you weird when you have a camera. Like,
Yeah,
a
that's what it
tripod.
is. That's what it is.
People just still look at you like you're from another fucking planet.
And that's the thing, like why I think what's kind of holding me because I'm like, it would be easier for someone to record you, like instead of but it's just like, I mean, I know if someone asked me to record them, I probably wouldn't do it like not all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, unless you have a shit ton of money, it sucks when you gotta like actually do it and like people look at you and stuff, and I'm like, and I do think about that. I do think of like other people like just staring at me, and I'm holding a camera. Like that's the only thing that's kind of like that's kind of holding me back on doing.
Then
that.
again, it was in Atlanta. It was a little,
Yeah.
A little bit more hood.
yeah, definitely more hood.
That's crazy.
Probably got a better reaction in San Francisco.
Yeah, we we went to a wedding, man. It was actually on a yacht, which was pretty cool.
That's
It was
Oh,
like-
you
it was
definitely
like-
got to vlog that.
It
For
was
sure.
like a wasn't like a yacht. Like when I say yacht, I think of a
Yeah.
like a
Like a super yacht.
yeah, like a super yacht. It was all right. It was a pretty cool boat. Not to fuck the people over that wedding it was, but yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience.
They're like, damn, he didn't like our yacht.
You ain't come
That's
back on the yacht,
crazy.
bro.
That's
But shit,
crazy.
man.
That's dope.
Anything else y'all want to talk about? Anything else y'all want to say before we get up out of here?
I should have just brought like one crazy ass take. I love saying wild shit sometimes. Just
So
to,
yeah,
like-
lately we've been flowing like this. and
Yeah.
Arthur used to just have like topics ready to go.
yeah.
Me too,
Now-
and I'll
now-
have like the dumb topics, so it's funny. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just have the most dumbest topics. Like we have some funny ones, but yeah, Arthur has like some really good ones, and I'll just have like a Jared
Arthur has the
topic.
brain teasers. He's a
Yeah.
brain
Let me see if
teaser
I got
guy.
anything written down, but
Yeah, but
got-
you know I can flip it on you though.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
What's it called? So what is your goal like to continue on your podcast? Like moving forward, what do you want to like keep doing?
Yeah, with this spot is like it's a little bit more professional. So I want to hit the business owners. I want to start interviewing people on the St. Mary Strip. I
Mhm.
think that business side of it. I've always been interested in business.
Yeah.
So hearing that side, hearing the struggles, hearing the successes they have, it would be fucking cool to hear. Cool to-
Especially because the
cool to-
strip's pretty close too.
Yeah, and it's always just people on that. I have one guy that I want to interview, and he built a mental health website where you can go and talk about your life and struggles. So hopefully I get him on. He doesn't know it yet, but yeah, I'm gonna get him on. He's a co-founder of Geekdom here in San Antonio, but I met him before, so
nice.
hopefully I reach out to him here soon.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Um,
That's cool though. Yeah, the spot's dope, bro.
yeah.
Love it. It's nice. It's cool.
So that, and then I want to do like live podcasts. So have like audiences,
Mhm.
where if it's at small bars, small coffee shops, shit. I mean, just restaurants,
Yeah.
shit like that. Like little, maybe start off with 10, 15 people, gradually work my way up as shit gets popping, and then yeah, just go from there. That's, and I think that's about it, man. Obviously, the biggest thing, since I haven't fucking done it, is release my merch, my designs, and shit like that. That's my top goal, but for the end of the year for sure. Like I feel terrible not fucking releasing it. Like I
Yeah.
had a giveaway last November, December that I still haven't even fucking talked about.
Mm.
So that's one of my top things that I have to really fucking do, which I am. But
Yeah.
which I am. But yeah, man. Other than
comes with
that,
time.
Other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure with the more people I reach, the more success I'll have. So
Yeah.
that's just word of mouth and
Definitely, bro.
interviewing people like y'all.
And just
'cause-
so there's so many people out there too. Like there's a lot.
You've already been way more consistent than most people. So
yeah,
man.
bro, man. This, I'm sure y'all can sometime like this right here. This was something totally fucking new. Like I recorded on that side. Obviously the whole setup is already fucking set
Yeah.
up there. You just got to pull the mic to your fucking face.
Yeah, it's a cozy vibe though. Like this.
Yeah,
stuff.
hear you. It's a little bit more
it's
extra.
dope,
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit more extra. I brought these from my house. The stands and mics are mine.
though.
So
Yeah,
I figured I'll give it a little bit more chill vibe since I
yeah.
mean
Yeah, man.
I really like talking to y'all.
Yes,
fuck.
dope.
It's a lot of fun.
But I want to I have this. I usually ask this to people that are like in the music, or I don't know. I just ask it in
Entertainment.
general. Yeah, I just ask it in general. To be honest with you, not really music people. I guess we can go around. But what is something that people value that you don't value? What would you say?
That is a great question.
this is
$1
a,
million question right
one
there.
of those head scratchers, eh?
Yeah, it can be literally
I wanna do
anything.
my knee
You,
like
literally
So something that other people value that we don't value.
that you don't value.
Mm.
So it can be tangible. It can be intangible. Yeah, it can be whatever you think.
It's one of those questions where I'm like, damn, I want to give like a good answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought about like multiple answers, and they're like, no, wait, that's hypocritical. I value that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I come to with some of my answers too. Is like, fuck, I do that.
Do you have an
Okay.
answer you usually say? Or do you just ask people?
Yeah, I just ask people, but if I had to, like, let me think of it. Wow, oh, y'all think?
Yeah, we're all
It's like, yeah,
If,
Hey, the Uno reverse card.
Yeah,
bro.
reverse. What? So
Uh,
like, what we don't value, what other people value.
yeah,
I always got to say it back, right?
Yeah.
You always got to, because you're thinking
Takes a
like,
couple
okay.
times.
But, so what do I don't
I
value?
think I can start first.
Yep.
A lot of people like value. So, okay, so a lot of people value like what other people think of them, you know, and
Mm.
other people's opinions. And to a certain extent, I don't value that. Well, of course, you got to value other people, what people think, because you know, like you said, business. I'm in a job where I have to, you know, make sure the client likes me and make sure everything's happy and always. But I'm more of on a social aspect, not setting aside from business, but like socially, like how we're talking here, and we don't really care who listens and what their thoughts are. A lot of people do value what other people think, and it, you know, snowballs effect, and it kind of eats them, and then you don't become your truest self.
Because you're
I
always worried about other
Yeah.
people.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when I talk in front of people, like whether it was in college, in class, or on this podcast, or just talking in front of and holding court in front of God, whoever wants to listen to me talk, you know, I'm just here to talk. And whether you like it or not, I'm just going to be my truest self. And I always tell people when they're scared to go up and talk in front of people, it's like, dude, who cares what people think, dude? If you care what people think, you know, you're not being your truest self, and you're being what they want you to be, you know. And so that's on a social aspect. When it comes to business, it's a whole different ballgame. But, you know, on a social aspect, you want to be the truest self, and people don't like it, then who cares? You know,
Mm.
you surround yourself with the people who like you for who you are, and not the people who like you for the person you're not, you know. So I guess that's my long answer right
That's
there.
a good one, bro.
Dude,
That's a
I
fucking
think
good one.
What,
You-
what he said.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a fucking-
exactly. No, I think I'm who you're talking about. Like, I think I value what other people think. Like, you know, you're the opposite. So like, for sure, I think what I'm always constantly thinking, yeah, what if they think about me if I said this, or how I act like this way, or like, I don't know. And then I think another thing, what I didn't value for the longest time, what people do value is, and I'm starting to learn more about it and like get more into it, is like anxiety. Like, I never really realized how big anxiety was. And that was like one of the reasons why we didn't record the first time, was because I was telling y'all, like, I just didn't feel like my best self, and I don't want to come on some like on a platform and like just be moping, because like that's usually how I was doing. And like I I think my anxiety, like, it lately has been way higher than it's been my whole life, because usually like I'm the person who's like just joking around, being a clown. Like, if I was like in school or just outside of school, just friends, like I'm always laughing, just trying to be like just the life of the party, basically. And so there's times where like I'll just, if I'm not acting like that, people think something's wrong. And like sometimes it's not even that something's wrong. I'm just not in the, like, I'm just chilling, you know? So, but I've noticed like during times like when I am like locked up, my mom knows, or like people know, and like I just want to be by myself, and like I don't want to be near anyone. Like, and I didn't take my mental health like really serious until really recently. Like, last few months have been like, it's been kind of up and down. I've had really, really good weeks, some bad weeks, and like I think I overthink a lot, and especially at night. Like, night kills you, you know, when you're like at sleep and you're about to go to bed, it's like everything just comes in my head. Or if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm thinking of, once again, I'm thinking again, 2, 3 in the morning, I should be asleep, but I'm just going crazy thinking about stuff. And I'm an overthinker, and I think my anxiety was something I never really like value. And now I'm taking more of my mental health. I'm valuing a little bit more, and like actually talking to people, and it's definitely helped me out. But yeah, that's one thing, man. It can take a toll on you for sure. Like, it really
Yeah,
can.
I will say maybe it's similar to yours, but being understood. Like, I'm okay being misunderstood. Like, I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, my whole life I've been misunderstood. Like, somebody Joe Blow off the street is not gonna. I don't care.
Yeah.
It used to be like that. Like, same. Like, the
Yeah.
people, the values, the opinions that other people had, comments that I would get, fucking imposter syndrome. Like, that
Yeah.
shit used to hit me hard, especially when I first started this podcast. Like, that was something that I had. It was terrible, man. Like, I started figuring out that if I was gonna be doing this for the likes, for the attention, for the yeah, just for the social media thing, or if I'm gonna be recording and doing it for just the people I meet, the shit that I'm showing on social media as far as the experiences that other people have that I'm interviewing.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know how that goes into being misunderstood, but yeah, I'm cool with being not being understood. But
Yeah.
It's a good way to live,
yeah.
more carefree.
I guess you're
Absolutely.
last, bro. Go ahead.
So what I thought of is just generally kind of like company. And what I mean by that is I started to realize how many people were around me that I didn't truly value or didn't even really respect that much. But I was just keeping around for comfort. And I'm the type of person who is perfectly fine spending time alone, not going out, not doing anything, and just being more content than like going out and spending time with people who I might not even really vibe with at the end of the day. It's just
Yeah.
like they're familiar, you know? So I'd rather be in smaller, better company than larger company that I'm just used to being around. And also just, I think, um, learning how to be alone, like truly alone and being okay with it is something that people don't value enough until they're forced to. Then it hits them like really hard, you
Yeah,
know? So
depression sinks in. You get all
yeah,
these type of
because you're
issues.
you're just
Yeah.
not used to it. So it's definitely something that I think is important to value.
Yeah, I feel that it got real fucking sentimental and dark.
It happens.
but we'll end it right there. Shit, it's been a pleasure, bro. That's been one of the smoothest podcasts I've had on this season, man. That's been fucking, it's been dope. 4th episode in, and yeah, we're fucking killing it. If y'all, we can start with you. I'm not too sure if you want to give out your handle or anything like that, or if you want people to follow you.
I mean, my plugs, my plugs, everything on all social medias. I mean, at KMac Yo Mama on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok is at KMac Yo Mama 69.
That is hilarious.
You guys
a great number.
classic one.
Don't
dog.
follow me on Facebook. That's family only. But everything else is at KMac Yo Mama.
He said no fans allowed. No
Yeah,
fans
yeah,
allowed.
yeah. No one's gonna
Facebook
be on
is
the
off
Facebook.
I'm just at 30 spelled out on Instagram. But more than anything, go tune into Thoughts and Players.
Yep.
We are a little bit inconsistent with our schedule, but
It's not
expect
thoughts.
at least a couple of months for sure.
And it's
Yeah.
thoughts like you're thinking THOUGH.
Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead, bro. If you want to
I was waiting for you to mess
I was
up.
gonna mess up.
He
I was
had to
like,
read his
shit.
hat.
Yeah, look at my hat. Now, Jared Farr, yeah, Jared. Last name's Farr, Pharr. Follow me on the gram. It's Twitter, all that. But we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for having us on. It's been a dope time, and we appreciate you hosting us.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming, man. I'll end with this. This is I know I was recently on y'all podcast, and that was one of the episodes where kind of got a little deep into my life and the struggles that I've had.
Yeah.
But I value y'all's podcast, man. Seeing you jump on there, seeing Karina jump on there, having y'all the effort that y'all putting into the TikToks, the videos. Like I'm peeping a lot of shit from afar from a lot of people, and
Yeah.
the grind I can see is even. I mean, I know you said you're not consistent, but you're a lot more consistent than other people. And
Yeah.
man, it takes a lot to do what we do, and to put it on social media, to be in front of 200,000 people. Like it takes a fucking lot. So
It's wild stuff.
yeah, I appreciate y'all coming on. This has been a fucking dope episode. If you're still tuning in right now, go ahead and follow Thoughts and Players.
Yes, sir.
YouTube, y'all have a YouTube?
YouTube,
YouTube.
TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, everything.
Go ahead and follow them on all
Follow.
social media.
Awesome players.
This is it's been a dope one. I'm gonna end it there. Like, share, subscribe, follow everybody, follow my girl. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I appreciate y'all,
Appreciate-
man. Until next time. Peace.
Oh.
Peace.